be live, and I may or may not be out of breath right now. I schedule these streams thinking I have all this time, like 1:15 p.m. It seems so far away. That is until it's like 1:10 and I have all this stuff that I need to do, like get set up, get something to eat, which I unlocked a new ultimate combo sandwich today. Cashew butter, which I didn't even know was a thing. Think peanut butter, but made with cashews. Very different texture, but very good. Strawberry jam. Those two on potato bread gives me the power that I need to build this set right here, my friends. What we're building today, Lego 21104. This is the Curiosity Rover, and surprisingly inexpensive set. I looked on eBay. This is like a $120 set, and it's not much here. In fact, I had most of the pieces already, except for, you guys saw the video today. They're in here somewhere. This piece and this piece right here. These are the blingers from the set, but everything else, like, I think the only other thing I needed to order, I had to get a couple of these. I got this with the big fig, who is, he's over here, he's creeping. And then I also needed this. I did not have that. So, not bad. Everything else in here. So it's like almost like getting a free set, other than the fact that I had to pay $45 to buy that set, or $47 to buy that set, and to put me in business for this one. But that's okay, you know. This is what I like to do. This is my hobby. So welcome to this stream. If you guys are here and you're in the chat, say hello and say where you're from. We do have a lot of people saying hi already. Say where you're from. I always like to see where the folks are coming from. Hello there. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it is afternoon now. Today's flown by. I've edited. Like today started out, I edited the Brickitect video that you guys hopefully saw. And then I edited a whole nother OBX vacation video today that's like 25 minutes long, and I just have to rewatch it to make sure it's all good to go. But that took a lot of time to do. It was a lot of footage, but it's so good. In fact, if you're wondering where the live streams and everything has been, dude, I'm probably more excited about doing this than you are, because we've been traveling like crazy. So I'm excited to kind of be back in the studio, the mess that it is, and be back to doing what I love to do, which is building Lego stuff and hanging out with you guys. And I'm planning to do a lot of this once school goes back in. Hi from the UK. I know we got lots of UK detectors. We got another England. We got Nebraska, China, LOL. I don't know if I believe you. I don't believe that. From America, be more specific. Maybe you don't want to be. Vietnam, dude. You guys are out there. I did want to say, as everyone's coming in here, I am modifying this set slightly. The base for this is typically a tan plate of this size, and then it has like dark gray rocks on it. And for me, when I think of Mars, do you think of tan and dark gray, or do you think of this? I did orange with the dark red, and I think that looks really cool. And when you see this thing sitting on here, I think you're going to agree with my decision. Hopefully, I don't know how long we're going to be streaming today. I'm going to try to cut this before an hour. My goal is to like do these streams, but like not go over an hour, because I don't want to wear out my welcome. So if we're going to do this, I need to start building. Chris says hello from the land of Publix, Florida. I know where you're from, but I did some Publixing, if that's a thing. You know what I am going to need though? Son of a biscuit. I'm going to need some instructions for this. So I'm going to have to like figure out a strategy here, because I need to see the chat and the instructions. Maybe I can do like a dual window here. These are the things that I should have been doing instead of eating a cashew butter sandwich. No regrets. Lego 21104 instructions. Okay. We'll get this. You guys don't have anywhere to go, do you? Like this, you're not in a rush, are you? Building instructions. I've been wanting to build this for a long time, so I'm excited to do this. Can I move this up too? Nope. Nope. Okay. I can still kind of see what you guys are saying. I don't have much of an opportunity anymore, though. All right, so here's the PDF. Here's what I can see. If you want to see the split screen, there we go. This is the mission to Mars, Curiosity Rover, NASA Mars Science Laboratory. Here you go. This is all the info. And I should probably actually read this, because I think it'd be kind of cool to look at. There's the real Curiosity Rover, and you'll be able to tell by the time that I finish this, whether it's in this stream or later, just how close they are. And here's it in every other language that they come in. But here's the base. So yeah, you can see the difference in what they prescribe versus what I decided on. I think I like that better. So that's what I'm going with. Anyways, let's get into the build here, and I'll chat with you while I do this, hopefully without failing at the build and the chat at the same time, because I'm a terrible multitasker. But you can't stop somebody that loves to do something, and if I have a passion for it, I'll find a way. I'll find a way to make it work. This is, how many pieces is this? 200 and some pieces, so it shouldn't be too terrible. Where's the Lego Darth Vader ship? Which one? Which ship? Is that something that I have? It may be. If I own it, it's either, and you've seen it built in a video, there's a couple possibilities. More likely than not, it's disassembled in the storage room of doom, or it's maybe on display in here somewhere, which I don't know. Or it's on a shelf in the storage room of doom. So it could be a few of those things. That's kind of where I'm at. Build it, build it. I like the enthusiasm. Thank you. Have I thought about building the Titanic set? Oh, dude, I would like to build it, but I have nowhere to put it. I don't know what I would do after it's done. Where does it go? Where do I put it? Maybe I do a giant drop test and then I just pack it all up and I sell it. Most of the pieces, probably. That's what I'd put for the description on eBay. I think it'd be fun to build. I do have a big Lego set literally upstairs by my door right now that I've been like contemplating for a while, and then the price was right with Lego, so I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger. But I have like another haul video. I have like 2 other haul videos to share with you, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, I got to get caught up with things. So be prepared to see videos pretty much every day, and then live streams in between of all of the things that I'm working on and doing. If that's your thing, you've come to the right place, because there's a lot to be done in the world of Lego. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I like to do. No, you guys are too kind, too kind. I deserve exactly what I get. Love watching your adventures, says Aaron. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to, I think of life kind of like that. Like, I have this awesome opportunity to do really cool stuff, and my biggest worry is that I'm wasting that opportunity. So I'm trying to find more fun stuff to do and to try to take advantage of these opportunities that I have, because you only get one chance at this. So might as well make the best of it and try to have as much fun as you can. Here's the Rover. I don't know what camera angle you guys like the best. I'm kind of just building this wrong, actually, is what I'm doing. This goes on the front here. We don't have time to make mistakes. We do. Real Skill says, I built the Titanic and put it in the pool. It'd be interesting. Oh, I could do that. Build it and put it in the pool. How about I take it to the ocean? That would actually probably be a good video. If I can make enough money off of a viral video to pay for the Titanic, that'd be pretty neat, right? I need it to really hit, though. What is that set? Like $600-700, somewhere in that range? That's kind of like, that's the price point where I'm like well beyond rational thought. No offense to people that have bought it. Like, if you love that build, I totally get it. But for me, man, like, there was a time in my life where I was like, a $200 set, that's too much money. That's too much money for a Lego set. I crossed that threshold. Will I ever cross, what's the most expensive set I purchased? Probably 300 and something. Probably the roller coaster. I think that was $380. Is that what that was back in the day? So that's the most expensive set that I've ever purchased. Have I been tempted to buy $700-800 Lego sets? Yes. Namely the UCS Millennium Falcon. I've considered that multiple times when I saw it on sale for like $500 to $600. I did a live stream once where I was trying to convince people to talk me out of buying it. Successfully, they did. But what I want to do now, I want to do a junk build of it. I know it's going to be a nightmare to try to pull off, but I want to build it with the only rule being, if I can avoid using a gray part for the part that I need in the set, I have to do that. So the only gray pieces on the UCS Millennium Falcon that I would build as a junk build, which is just kind of like, you know, if it needs a gray one of these, I use a yellow one or whatever I have in my collection. The rule is you can't use any gray unless it's mandatory. Like, that's the only color you can get that in. And I think it'd be cool to put on the wall this giant, just like tie-dye rainbow colored Millennium Falcon. I think would be so neat. I would never like play with it. It'd be like a giant display piece, but it would probably cost me almost as much as what the original one does, unless I really get through my yard sale stuff, which I have a ton of Lego yard sale things to process. And I thought that would be a great thing to do on these live streams that I have planned or scheduled, or, you know, in my mind for this upcoming school year. Once Cody and Clark go back to school, it's kind of just me here every day. So if I sat down for an hour each day, and instead of like building a set, if I sat down and I just started processing all this Lego, I'd eventually have everything like really nicely organized in here. So when I go to do a junk build or try to build a Lego set that I've always wanted but never owned, it'd be very easy for me to do that because I would know exactly what I have. Because right now I have a ton of Lego and this is like the biggest first world problem you've ever had, but I have a ton of Lego that's just like in the storage room undocumented. And that's a problem because I could be buying stuff on Bricklink that very well, like these 2 parts that I bought, it's very unlikely, but there is a chance that in the storage room of doom, these parts may be in there somewhere in some bin that I bought at a yard sale that just never went through. Never went through. New sentence. It could be. So it'd be nice to know what I have. And the only way I can do that is if I put the time into it. So that's going to consist of me doing a lot of listening to podcasts, a lot of live streaming, maybe watching some movies here and there. But I just love being in my space here. I'm sure some of you guys out there, some of you introvert folks, probably can relate to or respect the idea of like being in your comfort zone. Like, this is my space. As messy as it is and as like a disaster that it is, like I've crafted this to be exactly what I want it to be. There's an arcade, right? If like we're doing the studio, I've got an arcade. I mean, it's 1 unit, but it has thousands of games on it. I have like a live streaming setup over here where well, it's not, yeah, I live stream games there. This is where I do my Lego stuff, but like that's where I play video games, I stream stuff there, I do my podcast there. We've got a movie theater down here. We've got Brickitect. Don't look, it's a big mess. We've got Lego there. This is supposed to be an amusement park, but it's a disaster land of Lego stuff. And then this is supposed to be like the work table, you know, like you got 12 feet of the most space you could ever need to work on Lego stuff, and none of it's really working out very well. So I gotta put the time in. You can't live your life this way, my friends. Don't do it. Hey, Martin's here. He says, do it. You've been contemplating the UCS Falcon junk build. I'd love to see that. Dude, I'd love to see it too. I have too many things that I want to do. Has anyone ever been in that position where you're like, I want to do 15 things and I've got time for 1? Maybe it just comes down to priorities, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. I got nothing but time on my hands. Brickitect will be a thing that exists forever as long as there's people watching, and even if there isn't, I'll still be doing it. Because you can't be stopped, right? Can't stop doing what you enjoy doing. I should probably start building this though. We gotta make some space. This isn't a time for tours, or maybe it is. Maybe it's a time for whatever you want to do. Here's my Curiosity Rover so far. It's actually going to be a pretty small build. I did see that they just put the new one out, which is interesting because I've been planning this build and the big fig, the guy with the green hat he's lurking right behind the camera right now, so it's making me very nervous. I've been planning those for a while now, and then I got all the parts for it, and coincidentally, Lego released like an updated Rover, which is Technic and looks really awesome. And then they also released like another kind of big fig, but he's like the pirate that I've shown off and stuff, so not quite as big, but still kind of, you know, kind of cool nonetheless. Your room's every child's dream. Well, sometimes you are a child at heart, and that's kind of how I feel like I am. I've talked about this before my podcast where, you know, I have my nephews and my brother and sister-in-law over. I connect more with like the kids than I do with the adults. Like if we're having like a family get-together, I'm not having adult conversations. I'm hanging out with the kids playing video games and doing that kind of stuff. And I have no problem with that. You know, it like when I say it out loud, it sounds kind of weird. But you know what? That's where I am. That's who I am. I was going to say something, but it was going to come off really wrong. I don't know. I love the things that kids are into, like Lego and video games, all that fun stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. As Toys R Us once said, I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. I wish I could find a Toys R Us. Speaking of places that we love, the Target that I went to, which you'll see in our upcoming vlog, it was formerly the Kmart. We went to the Kmart in Outer Banks in 2019. And by the next time we came, which was 2021, Kmart was out of business. Target came in, swooped that property up, destroyed my lovely Kmart. And they put a Target there. And you know what's hilarious about it? Is the Target is absolutely booming. Everybody and their grandsister is there shopping. I'm like, where were you guys at when this was Kmart? Where were you? You could have saved Kmart. Nobody did. But they'll shop at Target. Makes me very upset. Very upset. I guess it probably comes down to prices and familiarity. People like shopping at clean stores with nice products, which kind of rules Kmart out, unfortunately. But, you know, I did what I could do to save the place. And if you guys went back far enough in my catalog, you could go back and see Clark and I shopping at our now Hobby Lobbied Kmart in our town. Moment of silence for Kmart, guys. Urban says Lego needs to make a small version of the Titanic so we can afford it. I bought a boot Lego version of it, and I was going to build it and make a joke like that, but then I was just like, that's whack. So I ended up donating it. I gave it away. You know, it is what it is. Still interested in Lego City sets? Not really. I'm not really interested in buying many sets at all anymore. Like, I look at a Lego set and I'm just like, that's a lot of money. Where am I going to put it? What am I going to do with it? So I'm kind of on the lines right now of doing things like I'm doing now, where it's like, hey, that was a cool set from yesteryear. Do I have the parts to build it? And it's fun kind of finding those. And then I can do a little Bricklink order for a couple bucks, sometimes more. And then I can build that set and I can be like, okay, neat. What do I do now? Is it a display set or do I break it down? And in some cases it's break it down and it goes back into the collection like recycling. And then it comes back out again when I want to do something else. Like, that to me is the ultimate way of Lego collecting. I've learned the hard way over the last 5 years that buying and building every Lego set that you like that comes out, or every set that goes on clearance at 50% off, is a terrible way to sustain your Lego collection, because all you're going to do is end up with a lot of stuff, which is what I've done. I'm much happier doing what I'm doing now. Like this dude here, this guy, I never owned that. Didn't exist. I pulled the parts from my collection, I built them up, and I'm so happy to have that. That made me, like, that gave me a sense of purpose and pride that going to buy a Lego set, even if it was Kmart, buying it there and bringing it home and building it wouldn't do. I'm not out completely in regards to like buying stuff, but it's just not my focus anymore. And, you know, the only Lego City stuff you'll see is if I build a Lego City of my own. That's kind of where I'm at. But everybody out there, you know, do yourself whatever you're interested in. Not many people, wow, I can barely see this. Okay. Not many people are in the position where they are buying that much Lego, where it fills an entire storage room. Like when I moved into this house, I was like, oh my gosh, we got so much space. It's never going to run out. I can buy everything. And then it was like 2 years later, the storage room is completely full. I have a pathway that I can walk down almost and fit down this little spot. So, you know, it happens. And I'm just at a different level right now, you know? In terms of being a YouTuber, you would think like, well, Greg, you should just go out and buy everything and make videos on it because you can make videos on it. And that just doesn't motivate me. This whole channel forever has just been, this is what we enjoy. I only buy sets that I enjoy. I don't buy things because, like the Titanic, use that as an example. I don't run out and buy the Titanic because it's massive, and maybe if I buy it right away and bring it home and build it, it'll get a ton of views and all this, and then I'll throw it in the pool. That's fine if you want to do that, but that's just not me. I just do what I'm passionate about, which has been really bad for me being a Lego reseller too, or an investor, because I'll go and I'll see a bunch of sets on clearance and I'll buy just the one that I want, that I'm excited about, and I'll leave everything else there. I guess it's anti-swoop life or whatever you want to call it. But sometimes I make bad decisions. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I oftentimes make bad business decisions because of a passion that I have. And I'm okay with that. I'll stick with it. You know, I made a podcast this week called Memories Over Money, and it's a philosophy that I believe in heavily. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. You want more room organizing videos? Dude, I was shocked how many people were totally into that. I can't believe, like, I find that the most boring stuff that I do is what people enjoy the most. Okay. Dude, listen, if I can make a video completing something or accomplishing something that needs to be done anyway, and you can be like entertained or enjoy that, I'm all about it. That's why we need to get back into sort life too. But if you want to see room organizing and sorting, you've come to the right place this fall, my friends, because I'm going to have nothing but time on my hands during the day when Clark, Manny, and Cody are in school, so I can get a lot of that done. And maybe, just maybe, encourage somebody else out there that's on the fence about getting organized. They're like, you know what? I'm going to get organized too. Greg's getting organized. Heck, if he can do it with his hoard, I got this. That'll be pretty cool. That's probably like the biggest reward of sometimes making Lego videos or vlogs or whatever, when you get the comments from peeps that are like, hey, I'm doing this, or we got into, like, my favorite thing is when I hear from parents that are like, oh, me and my son or daughter or whatever, we are getting into RC now, or we are doing Lego. And I'm like, all right, at least I did something positive somewhere in the world for once, you know? Because I feel like in my previous life, I used to work in finance. I don't think that was putting positivity in the world, and I was certainly not impacting the number of people that could be impacted through something like this, even if it is just sitting here building a silly Lego set and having off-the-wall conversations about Kmart, you know? Sometimes that can be more powerful. Here's the model, by the way. What are you building, Greg? It's a block. It's a white block. Oh, hi, Donovan. Welcome, Donovan. Build a Lego Mario Minecraft level mock. Try saying that once. Lego Mario Minecraft level. You know, Clark is into the Mario stuff. He hasn't really done much with the courses, but he likes the characters. That's what he spends most of his time with, which is what I find kind of interesting. The Mario course stuff just sits there, but he gets Luigi and Mario out. Now he has 2 Marios, and he just plays at those things. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, he likes putting them on different things so he makes different noises. The suits, love switching the suits out and stuff. But the courses, not so much. But a Minecraft one would be pretty neat. I think that would be probably a good video that people would enjoy watching, I would say. I should just start writing all these ideas down that you guys have. I don't have to come up with any ideas. Or build the Titanic. Check. Build a Minecraft Mario course. Check. You guys got anything else for me? I need something super viral. I need something that can, maybe if we can make the Mario one go viral, I'll use the proceeds from the video that gets like 100 billion views, and then I'll use that to buy the Titanic. That's called paying it forward. That's not actually paying it forward, but you know, it would be a cool thing to do. Cyber says, just seeing just seeing what other people get up to and into is interesting, and you can multitask yourself. Yeah, I agree. I find it fascinating to see into other people's lives. I don't watch many vlogs anymore. In fact, I've had people comment that they don't watch many vlogs other than our channel. But Ronnie, my buddy, I watch his videos, and it's sometimes inspiring. Like, you see somebody get into something, like things that you would never be into ordinarily, and then they get into it, and you're like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Maybe I'll get into that too. And you know, you never know where the world's going to take you, where the algorithm could take you. Here's the build. I got to put I had to switch one of these white pieces out. How many white pieces do you have that are like kind of yellowing? That's kind of like that with this. I see some different tones on this because these are used pieces, many of which are from yard sales. So we're kind of enduring that. If anything's too off color, I might swap it out later. But for now, we'll just kind of keep putting everything in here and stacking her up. Stacking her up, baby. Oh, okay. This is going to be where his little head, for lack of a better term, spins or turns on here. That's going to be neat. This is a set, man, like, I don't think I ever had an opportunity to get this. I think this came out, what year did this come out? I can't remember. It was one of the very early Lego Ideas sets, and I was just getting into the scene then from my bazillion year dark age. So this to me is kind of exciting to finally own this set, even if it's just very temporary, because I'm going to have to pull these 2 parts back off if I want to build that 4-wheeler. I don't know if anybody is interested in the 4-wheeler or the quad bike. Whenever I do Technic stuff, just like Duplo and Technic are like my wild cards. I've got a few I'll say more into Technic. I've got some passionate people that like love Technic stuff, but then most people are just kind of like, eh, I've never built a Technic set. Looks like it hurts your fingers. I wouldn't want to get into that, and I can respect that. But for me, I dabble in everything, and one day I might be building a Duplo Cinderella set. The next day I'm working on a Curiosity Rover. The next day I'm building the Technic Quad. It's kind of how my brain works. And I think just like life, variety is the spice of Lego. And I could never be pinned down to one thing. But if I had to be pinned down to one thing, what would that thing be? I would say, I'm going to keep it kind of broad. And I would say that if I had to just do one thing in Lego forever, I'm not going to pick one theme. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a category. And I think I would do Lego vehicles. I know that's very broad. Large scale Lego vehicles. So we're talking like Lego Creator, motorcycles, cars, trucks, tow trucks, Technics, same style. The Lego Creator Expert vehicles, I love those. They're probably my favorite thing. That's probably where I would put myself into. And then if I had to pick a second category, I would probably go trains. I'd probably get into Lego trains because I think that would be cool. And that's kind of, spoiler alert, there's things happening. There's boxes that are happening. So I do Lego vehicles and trains. But if you really wanted to cheat the system, you could do, I would say the biggest life hack, if you had to pick one thing in Lego, would be building a Lego city. Because then you can build houses, cars, get into minifigs, all that stuff. What would you guys do? If you had to pick one thing, like you're condemned to only do this thing in Lego. It can be very specific or very broad, like me kind of cheating with that one. What would your thing be that you would choose to be your Lego thing? Would it be Star Wars? You could pick like that theme. That would keep you busy for a very long time. You'd end up building the same thing over and over again though. You're like, okay, I built this TIE fighter from 1908. Okay, I built the TIE fighter from 1910. I built the TIE fighter from 1913. And so forth, so forth. Scott says he loves Lego Technic. Mechs. Oh, dude, I should have thought of that. Mechs are cool. Bionicle? I don't think anyone's going to say Bionicle, but I still have that yard sale bin to go through too. Oh boy. We got years of work to do here. Lego City, says Janelle. How much is a Lego roller coaster? The one that I bought was $380 back in the day. I think the new one, the Loop Coaster, I love that, by the way. Is that $400 or is it $450? I think Lego got a little greedy as they have been doing lately, which is, in my opinion, kind of biting them right now. Based on what I've seen, I just bought something off Lego's website that was 20% off from them directly, not something they commonly do. And they gave away 2 free gift with purchases with it of previous gift with purchases that they gave away this year. So it leads me to believe, first of all, no one's buying this set or multiple sets. And no one, or not enough people, bought the gift with purchases that used to sell out back in quarantine days. Those gift with purchases were selling out before the 2 weeks or week was even up. So you had to get on there right away. Also, shipping, wicked fast now. I ordered it Tuesday, and usually it would take them like a week to get stuff to me. I was thinking like Monday. It was here Friday. So I think the demand for Lego is down substantially right now, and they're getting a little desperate. So I like to see those prices as everyone votes with their wallet, as I've wished for all of us to do. These prices are going to start going, and that's what we're going to do. All right, Daniel says Technic construction machines. Dude, that would be a fun one. Working dump truck, you get an excavator, get a bulldozer. That would actually keep you really busy with building. Mechs are even more similar to each other than Star Wars stuff. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, what does all mechs have in common? Arms, legs, articulation, guns, maybe wings. Mechs would be fun to get into, though. The far end says, for me, it's aircraft as of right now. I only have Technic plane and a 3-1 jet. My goal is to get as many Lego aircraft as possible. Shoot, what is that company that I had? Kobe. If you like planes, I don't typically try to sell people on getting out of Lego, but if you like planes, the best quality alternative to Lego, especially if you like military stuff, Kobe, C-O-B-I. Amazing stuff, dude. If you wonder why I'm not in the LAN, right there is your answer. It's like, hey, let's invite Brickitect in. Let's see what he's, first of all, before we invite him into LAN, let's see what he's talking about. I'm like, hey guys, have you ever decided to quit Lego and go into Kobe? You should check him out. They're like, oh! They scared him off. But yeah, it's good quality stuff. At least in my experience. In fact, from what I hear from some peeps, they're saying that the quality's even gotten better since the one that I built, which I did a How Bad Is It on it. And you can always see the people that don't actually watch the videos because they're like, why are you being so negative about non-Lego stuff? And I'm like, the whole purpose of this video is to try to show people that there are other things you can build outside of Lego, and not all of it's Leppin, and it's not all terrible, but they just look at the title and they're like, oh, how bad is it? It's not bad. Well, watch, you got to tune in, you got to watch. One thing I don't think I'll ever overcome is people's attention spans. Always going to be pretty low, always going to be a struggle. But you know what? I can always try, right? Can always try. I'm building, I don't know what part this is, but I'm building something. Welcome to Greg's Reviews. I'm building something. It's so hard to see too. I'm on step 8. This is what I have so far, and then I have this. We still have a lot of pieces left here. Am I going to get this done in my hour time limit? Probably unlikely. I go off on these crazy rants that I love. Cyber says, I have Bionicle still, but when I moved, it went through it and definitely missing parts. No idea what happened to them. Hey, I got a website for you, my friend. It's this place called Bricklink. You can find pretty much anything you need on there. I don't know what the cost is going to be, but you can most certainly complete those things. That's what I'm going to do with my Bionicle lot that I have. I'm going to try to complete them. I have people asking about that quite often and then asking if I'm going to sell them. I have a very hard time selling Lego because you never know. You might want to build something in the future, even if it's a duplicate. Like a couple years ago, I got another Harley Davidson. I don't know if it's all there or not, like the Creator one. And I was thinking about making one that's black, you know, just a different color. Oh God, I just lost my whole spot because I'm trying to zoom in here. But I thought that'd be kind of neat. Making just a different colored one. Kind of like what they did with that Fiat when they came out with the light blue one. Be kind of neat. Oh God, Cyber says the Black Panther set was, what, like $400 and now 40% off on Lego's website, which I believe was, I think, $175 for Prime Day deals. If my doorbell rings during the stream, you're going to know what UPS is dropping off. I couldn't resist. I pulled the trigger on that. You know, I love big display sets like that, like the Darth Maul bust, my favorite Lego set, well, not my favorite Lego set, but my favorite, like, creepy Lego set. And as much crap as the Black Panther bust got and how overpriced people say it is, I still think it looks cool on display. And when I saw that on Prime Day for $175 from $350, I was like, okay, let's do it. Plus, I did this thing where I delayed delivery, and because I have an Amazon card, they gave me 7% cash back on it too. So I technically got this for 57% off. When am I going to build it? Lord knows. But I just felt like that was a good deal. If you guys want that set, which I don't think many people do, if anyone at all, it's $210 every day on Lego's website. They can't get rid of it. They can't convince people to buy it. But I felt for that price it was worth it. Am I keeping track of Lego stuff coming out of San Diego Comic-Con? No, I would need to see some peeps' videos. Is there anything epic that I need to know about that I'm never going to be able to get or be able to afford? Is there anything that falls in line with that? Because I've seen, like, I watched Brickstar before, like, piece together some cool stuff, like brickheads that he built out of there and whatnot. And that seems to be the move. Like, kind of like what I'm doing with this. Don't worry about the box or, like, the collectible nature of it. Just go ahead and build it yourself. That way you have it. Just get the instructions from somewhere. I think that's the way to go. I don't even know when San Diego Comic-Con is, to be honest. I'm out of the loop. In fact, I haven't watched much I don't watch much Lego stuff at all anymore. Like, I've just been so busy. But I'm back. I feel like we're still trying to plan out August. We don't have anything in stone right now for August, like in terms of traveling or anything like that. But I don't want to waste the month of August because it is a month we're all together as a family. And if I could find something cool for us to do, there's a bunch of water parks I want to go to. I found out, I love water parks, first of all. I found out, and amusement parks, and I found out that 3 of the top 11 water parks in the United States happen to be in Pennsylvania, which is the state that I live in. So I feel like we have to go check them out. And if you do like water park videos, Clark and I made one when we're in Outer Banks. It'll be out, not our next video, but the video after that. Actually, the video after that, because we did something else between then, which was to go see some wild horses on like a tour. But yeah, I've got some great stuff coming out. So if you're wondering, like if you don't see any videos up here on the Lego channel, and you're wondering if my channel's dead or if I retired or quit, no, it just means we're out doing cool stuff. And as much as I love Lego, I'd much rather be out doing that than sitting inside in the summertime building this. But today's a good day to do this because Clarkman is having a play date with one of my wife's friend's kid. And she's actually a teacher too, so they're working on like lesson plans. And I was like, oh, that sounds like the perfect day for me to work on my Curiosity Rover. So that's what I'm doing. If you didn't notice. Cyber says, my attention span is high for watching and listening, but not so much for reading. That's why I can't read books. I'll start reading and start thinking about stuff and get misplaced. Have you considered doing audiobooks? I really enjoy listening. Like, it is tough to dedicate the time to sit down and read a book because it requires all your attention. But if you can be a multitasker, like if some of you might be just listening to this right now, audiobooks are really nice for that because you can work on something. Like I could be building this Lego set right now and then listening to a book at the same time. And it's a nice experience. And if you, it's a little expensive, but you could do Audible, which I think is like maybe $16 a month, but they give you credit for one free book each month that you can listen to, and then you can buy more beyond that as well. But what I like is podcasts. If you find some good podcasts, free content you can tune into, and if it's, a person or a group of people that you get to know, it's really nice. It's nice to like kind of be along on that journey and stuff. I know a podcast you can listen to. Can anyone guess what it is? All right, how is this exactly? I see what they're doing. These instructions are not the best. I'm looking at a digital version of this that's about 5 inches wide. So I'm doing my best to put all these pieces on here, but here's what the Rover looks like so far, if you're ever considering building this. I'm on step 32, apparently, which I've already done a part of because my little spinny piece was already together. The dark gray and the black, they look so similar on these instructions that I'm having trouble telling those apart. So we'll just hope for the best when I finish this and realize that half my pieces are in the wrong spot. But this is kind of coming together. It's very small, much smaller than what I pictured in my mind. False advertising from Lego. Not really. Audiobook while driving is the best. Yes, we listen to, if you're looking for a book that'll really make you appreciate life. On the way down to the beach, we listened to Tuesdays with Morrie. It's about this guy named Mitch, who's about my age in the story. And he learns that one of his favorite professors from when he was in college has ALS, which is Lou Gehrig's disease. It's a disease that it's honestly probably, in my opinion, the worst way to die because it's a disease that takes away all of the motion in your body. So first your legs kind of stop working, and then it works its way up over what can be many months or years until the point where you can't breathe anymore. And I know that's kind of morbid, but like whenever I read about people with this, or have this book, or there's another movie called Gleason, I think is what it's called. Gosh, it just makes you appreciate life so much because like that would be awful to go through because it's like it's coming and you have this time. But the book is about, it's called Tuesdays with Morrie, but the book is about how Morrie is teaching life lessons to Mitch on his final days, basically. And he's teaching him about life, like marriage and kids and how to be kind and stuff like that. And it's so uplifting. And I think it's hard to find stuff like that in media pretty much anywhere. So anytime you can find something that's positive, gosh, I hope I'm putting the right piece of this on. Anytime you find something positive, it's something to cherish. And I really enjoy that book for that reason. But if you want to watch a movie on that's very heart-wrenching, watch a movie called Gleason, I think is what it's called. In fact, I'll look that up just to make sure I'm not steering in the wrong direction. It's about a former NFL football player who has the same issue. But the difference between him and Morrie is an old man, and Gleason is about a younger man who was a retired football player, and he has a young son and everything too. Let me see if I'm even filming it right. Yeah, Gleason. It's from 2016, and it's on Amazon Prime, so you can watch it if you got that. And this is what it looks like. There's my movie recommendations to make you very depressed, but also appreciative of your own life. And I don't know if I'm talking to the right audience for this or not. Because maybe kids would appreciate it, I don't know. But I think you have to be a little bit older to kind of appreciate that for what it is, probably. Have some life experiences, if you will. All right, I'm building this, the neck thing of this. Oh, this part's actually really cool. I'm excited to share this with you. As we get off of the depressing topics here. Janelle's, oh, she's listened to Tuesdays with Morrie or read it. It's also a movie too, if you don't like the whole book thing. Yeah, it came out in I think it was 1997, I want to say that came out. So it is an older one. That's hard to believe, it's almost 30 years since then. These are the parts that I needed to buy to do this. For some reason I didn't have any of these, like too wide with the clip on them. Just not in the collection for some reason. Probably in the storage room of doom somewhere. If I had some Lego City sets, that's what I need, because they would use these for like the mirrors on occasion. Can you guys tell what this is? This feels very space-like, which I like. The pieces are disappearing. Whoa, 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 should I? Okay, I got scared there. I'm like, I should have one more of those, and I do. But I should have one more of these, and I don't. Let's hope for the best here in the collection. This is why it's good to have your parts sorted. Yay, I have one. This one's kind of dirty. Nothing worse than these Bricklink sellers that sell you dirty parts, man. How dare they? Okay, I'm putting this on here. Make sure I'm doing this the right way. Yeah, that looks good. So that's going to go down like that. Then all of these fold down. Feels like I'm making like a nuclear bomb or something. Oh shoot, I put that in the wrong way, I think. How's that at the top? All right, hold on. We got to fix this somehow. Can I even fix that? Huh. You know what? I got to undo that. Because this has to, maybe that turns a little bit. This has to come down like straight down. I don't know if this is actually going to work or not. You come off there. This is a bit of a disaster. There we go. Back off again. Put this back on the bottom again. And then the spot where this is empty has to come down right in the front of that, which I don't know if that's even possible. How are they doing that? Right at the top, huh? Very strange. Oh, wait. Let me just do this. Instead of messing with this, I'm just going to make my life easy and move that over. Now we'll do that again. There we go. All good. Perfect. That was step 35, I guess. 5 steps of 35. And then that is going to be on the back. He's kind of got like a stinger now. How do you like that? Pretty cool. I'm still just building this block. Okay, what's next? Oh, we're getting close. Oh my gosh. We're one step away from the part that I had to get on eBay. I'm very excited about this. My $47 investment is about to pay off in one step. And that's probably why this is so expensive, I would say. This darn set. Okay. Plug this in here. All the way in. Oh, Roxy's barking. Could it be the Black Panther? Is the Black Panther bust here? Is there going to be a big Lego set sitting on my porch? Stay tuned to find out. You won't find out. You will eventually. Okay, I'm putting these on. Let's get the alternate camera angle. We need it for this. Let's move it in, boys. You guys ready? This is it. This darn piece right here. The designers were like, it needs to be on there. There's no other way. Hear Roxy barking? You might not even be able to hear her. Okay, that comes out like that. $8. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay. I can't wait to see how this actually runs over stuff, because this is like a whole suspension type thing that this is playing off of. So I'm kind of excited to see how this plays out. I'm probably the only one, but that's enough for me. And they want that to be out a little bit instead of in, which is odd. But there you go. $16, $17. Lego needs to make another set with that. No, now I'm building the wheels, or like the assembly for the wheels. Very cool. I'll bring you guys back to from the shadow realm there. Let me check and see what's happening out here with the Roxy Bear. Let's see, driveway. Let's see if there's a giant box. I hear Roxy barking. Let's check the driveway. I checked the front door. Nothing yet. They must be in the truck. I see nothing. What is Roxy barking about? Very weird. The guard dog has failed me. Probably a neighbor across the street out mowing or something. Oh, nope. Nope, nope. Look at that. There it is, baby. Such a small box full of greatness. Well, depending on who you ask. I don't know if there's any love for the Black Panther bus, but it's in there. You'll see it in probably 6, 7, 10 years, maybe. Maybe there'll be an investment someday. I doubt it, though. They can't even give it away, so it probably won't be. But that's exciting. Nope, Roxy was right. Guard dog did her job. UPS guy was probably terrified. He was shook. Okay, so I'm building the wheel assembly on this. I wish I had the box here so I could show you what this is going to be like, but you just have to take my word for it. How deep are we into this stream here? Oh, Lord. 46 minutes. Okay. We got a little time left. I pledge to you I'm not overstaying my welcome. All right. This is a, 4? I'm going to assume that that's right. So this is like, I don't know if there is an exciting or interesting part of this, but I'm building like the wheel assembly, which probably isn't the most exciting. Parts pack. Unboxing. No, I'm not going up and getting it yet. You'll see a video, I guess. We'll open it up. A haul. Everyone's favorite type of video. Opening a box with a box inside of it. Yay! Always boggles my mind. I made this joke before where I could do a live stream or just make a video talking about the meaning of life. And more people would watch me open a box with another box inside of it. Very concerning about our future. It's not looking good, guys. We should be worried. What's going on here? I'm like, what? What is step 6? You guys can't see it. And every time I try to zoom in, it destroys everything that I'm trying to work on. I'm going to slide you guys over just a little bit. What the heck? Yeah, it just blasted me the end of the entire thing. Wow. Okay. Okay, I see now. Now that it's not super tiny. I should have thought this through before I started streaming. I was like, oh, let me just get my iPad and I'll be able to check the chat on there. Yeah, no. No, that doesn't work that way. Because I needed the instructions, because I don't have a manual. But here's my thing that I'm building. Can you tell? Can you tell what it is? Probably not. All right, so that's step 6. Step 7, I'm actually putting wheels on. Exciting. This is the content that I had subscribed for. Putting wheels on stuff. I'm in, baby. Okay, we got that. There's the front part. And then there's like another thing. I just want to see how this works. That's mainly what I'm keeping this going for. I just want to see how that part that I bought, why that was essential for this. Why was that necessary to make me use that part? I'm sure there was a reason, and I'm sure it's going to be pretty awesome. I just need to put this on. Okay, we got one half done. And now we need to put another one of those on. We're using up these black parts pretty quickly here. Okay, it's in. And another one of those. I'm gonna have to build this twice, I think. 2 of those. Isn't this fun? Okay, we got it. Now I take that and I put that on the back here, I think, like that. So now it's like it's a thing. And then I have to put more wheels on. Okay, there's 2 more wheels going on there. This is actually really cool. 1. And then the 2. All right. It says, for this set, I actually built the original ideas submission instead. Then you don't have to get those expensive parts. It didn't have them. Dang, I should have asked you about this before I started this. How good does that one look? Does it look similar? I know sometimes Lego absolutely butchers people's submissions. Sometimes they're pretty accurate. Okay, so is it just so that can do that? Let's see. We need some terrain to go over. I only have half the side built. We need some terrain, some rocks. Okay, that's moving. Okay, you guys are gonna have to like rest against the table here. You're in a very precarious position. I think I need the other side. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. But that just keeps, I feel like I could have built this without that. I don't feel like that's super necessary. It gives it a little bit of like movement, I guess. Well, actually a lot. But couldn't I have used pretty much any piece? Like, although there might be something else that comes onto this. Because I didn't look ahead, but like, why do you need that? Oh, it's probably just so those two things can go in there like that. I did see like a Chinese knockoff version of that piece, and I thought about doing that, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna make it official Lego. But this thing will sit here like this. I'm doing a bad job demonstrating it simply because it's not fully built yet, and I'm trying to do this like one-handed, but eventually like it'll roll across that and you know, do its thing. Just not now, because it needs another side of it. Let's try here. So I did that, and that's on, looking good. And then I have to do that all over again, which I think I'm gonna save that. I'm not gonna do that part. I'll chat with you guys here for just a minute, and then I'll roll out. I'm trying to keep this under my time limit. I don't have much left, but I want to leave it as a surprise. I was actually thinking about doing the series, and you have to let me know if you like this or not. It's just gonna be called, and it's for the peeps that don't have the time, energy, effort, or willpower to survive an hour-long live stream. I want to do this thing called Today I Built. So it's just like a short video, maybe actually a short, where it's just like, today I built the Curiosity Rover, and here's what it looks like, and here's it going over this terrain. That's it. Since I don't like doing reviews, but I do want to share the things I'm building. I just don't think most people care to watch it in this particular format. But that's okay, because lots of people have lives, you know, like you got things going on and life happening. But for me, if I'm going to work on this, if I'm going to build it, I might as well share it with people. So that's kind of what this was. I just kind of wanted to get this started. But I have probably another, well, if I'm just doing this on my own, probably like 20 minutes left to build this. But what I think it'd be cool to do, leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger here, if you will. Keep you coming back for more. And then I'll show you what this is like fully built. Just imagine this side looking like this, eh? And then it'll be all done. Although there's more to go on. I have to put like the top of it on. He's got like a red eye, which is pretty cool. And I'm excited to kind of see how this all pans out and what this is like. And I will certainly share that with you. But for those of you that did survive the stream and you were here the whole time, or if you just tuned in, I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me on this. As I mentioned earlier, this piece is moving all over the place. I have big plans for streaming and doing a lot of sorting, organizing, processing of Lego, working on projects like this, things that I missed out on. Maybe building a Black Panther bust and some other stuff that I've acquired as well. There's just so much stuff that I want to do in Lego, and I just need to put the time into it. And once I have the time, it'll be easy as cake, snap of the pie. I don't know, but it'll be fun. I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you tuning in and keeping me company while I worked on my Curiosity Rover. Stay tuned to an update, whether it's a short or regular video. Today I built the Mars Curiosity Rover. Today I streamed, and you were there for that. So on that, take care, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all in the next live stream.